Hello everyone, welcome to this video where I'm going to be talking about what I did to set up farming to do a speedrun for playing Necrons in the 100% category, which consists of all territories and all war gear. It's that second one, war gear, that makes it so hard. Because basically the final one that you're going to get is the 5,000 kill mark. So here I've put together a force. I'm going through and I'm clearing out this lower portion to the Eldar main base area here. We are on the Eldar Stronghold map. Now, I set this up, I get rid of this lower part on both expansions, that kind of V portion. Excuse me? Pardon me. Now, I get rid of that, and the next step that I'll do is trying to get rid of the fire prism production. Because that's just evil. Now the farming takes a phenomenal amount of time. I allowed this to go in the actual run for about an hour and a half. And I did get enough kills. I got well over 2,000 kills in an hour and a half. So that works out extremely well. I think I ended up with 4,300, somewhere in that category, total kills for the run at that point. And I still had the Tau and the Orcs to take care of, plus some other basic lands. So here, as you can see, I'm trying to take that out. This is all in prelude to setting it up. Because you do want to get rid of the fire prisms because they're just obnoxious. They're going to knock you around. Now, what I have here is I used the monolith there to take out the fire prism production at the front there, as well as the Avatar of Cain. And I'm not advancing. I'm not advancing the monolith there. Very tired. I've been dealing with a migraine all day today. Just like, well, how can you do this and not do any other recordings or streaming? Because I'm not also playing. I'm watching a video. Now you saw that Chaos came and attacked us there. Now Chaos will send consistently in timed intervals, roughly. I had already taken out the other section there, of the V formation. But anyways, they will come consistently with 3 squads. Orcs over here will come in once in a while with a single squad. Now what I'm doing with the heavy destroyers, it's a squad, ignore them, is there happens to be 2 looted Lehman Russ tanks there. You want to take out both of those because they will bring that tank or the tanks into range and just help your forces, at least where I set up. And it's important to get rid of them so you just don't have to worry about them. You saw I just brought in a couple of the Lord, I think, as well as the heavy destroyers. Boom, done, taken care of. Yeah, moving on. The tanks were nothing. Great, you know? So I'm setting up down here, as you can see on the mini-map, kind of like down in that hill portion that you would have to climb up. And I'll be setting up a firing line to take on the chaos as well as the odd orc squad that comes in. Now, I haven't figured out the minimum required. It is just it's just get my big force down there. Yep, whatever, no big deal. And I'll be able to take out everything that's thrown at me. No problem. And be able to farm everything that's sent in that direction. Now here, I am moving... It'll be, in the end, there'll be 2 squads of warriors and 1 squad of immortals. Just because it's faster killing. And I set them up close enough so that when, again, this is timed intervals, when the Eldar spawn in by the smaller buildings that's around the forest section there, I will be able to take him out. But I also need to take out the fire prisms there. And I'm using the warriors. It's not that efficient, but it'll work. I'm also going to take out the turrets that are in place there, because they will just devastate us over time. Let's pull back a little, just because. Get rid of these units here. Fire dragons are awesome. Short range, but they do fantastic against vehicles. I'm not quite set up down there. See, just like I'm just bringing the force down here. It's not necessary to have this much. I'm sure I could get away with a couple warrior squads and definitely a pariah squad, and that's it. I can probably take on everything that's thrown this way, no problem. But I got more. I like overkill sometimes with the Necrons. Well, what can I say? This is not an efficient setup, but it'll be fast kills. I'll be able to get stuff done, you know. The Immortal Squad is what's devastating the Fire Prism there. And now that's set up to take care of the orcs. As you can see, we're doing a pretty good job. We're cutting them down. I also have a Pariah Squad down there, as you can see. Now, I think in this video I do bring in some footage to pan over to the right just directly. There is a resource point there. In the beginning of the map, I capture it, I put 2 turrets there, and I stick an elite pariah squad there. And that's just to increase the population cap. However, in terms of farming, it turns out that you get the odd squad coming in there, so you get a few kills out of that spot. Same with the other entry point to the main base. So again, obviously, all of this can be refined. Nobody has, at the time that I did this recording, I haven't really looked. I've been kind of having a little bit of tough time socially online. That's another topic, another time, another video, whatever. Anyways, at the time that I did the recording for the speedrun, that turns into approximately 4 hours, which I have not uploaded yet. It is the fastest time. It's also the only one that has any kind of a farming setup that is semi-efficient. all in all, I spend about an hour and a half on this map. I stop at about approximately the 3-hour mark from the timer, and that is what I have currently. I know people who have better skills could vastly improve and refine upon this technique, and I hope that comes to light to improve, because the time I submitted it, it was the first one, it was 5 hours, and then the second time I do this, I cut over an hour from the initial runtime. So this is a huge jump in speeding up this speedrun, specifically with Necrons. Any other race can use the Necron stronghold to farm and get a pretty good time. Under 3 hours, I believe, is the number one time. 2 hours, 58 minutes, I think. I should have checked before doing this. And my head's killing me trying to think about this. Go figure. Anyways. It's okay. I plan to treat myself after this. I'm going to have some unhealthy food for me, definitely. And, indulge a little, which is very bad for me. But anyways. So, we're farming. I have this setup here. The one that I use here, I would like to tweak it just ever so slightly. I just need the camera to move now. Camera, move. Camera. Well, apparently I'm not listening to me, so whenever I decide to listen to me, I will be able to talk about the positioning for the upper portion when we're talking about the Eldar farming area. That gets you, when the timer goes off, you get 3 squads, and then a short time later you get a 4th squad coming at you. So you do want to have some of the firepower. And because this farming setup seems to be pretty good, you can actually step away from the computer, get yourself a cup of tea. Actually, I believe during this run, and this may disqualify the run, I don't know, I went and I had to go feed sushi. So I stepped away for a few minutes to feed sushi during this long farming stretch. So that's if it disqualifies my run, it disqualifies my run. That's fine. I feel that the important thing is, one, I got a personal best, just under 4 hours. Super happy about that. And the other is I was actually able to come up with a farming technique, which I'm very happy with. Not happy with the farming, because I mean, if I could do the same thing in, say, 45 minutes, half an hour, oh, sitting good. Now see, you saw the squad go off. We're fighting some chaos right now. I think they come in with 2 squads of Chaos Space Marines and 1 squad of the Horrors. I think that's what they're called? The pink fleshy demon thingies. Yeah. So, that's all we're doing there. Now, great. Now, can we move the camera? Of course, you will see the time jump there, because I took 3 different segments. I pieced them together to show this. Now, here, you see I got 1 squad here. I move this one. That warrior squad is ineffective where it is. Having the monolith there is just extra firepower to kill them faster, means less damage to the units. Great. Now I move the immortals there, to improve, you know, their range, so we start shooting sooner. The this warrior squad, I move over here. I think that's a bad choice. I think it should be warrior squad going from left to right. Warrior squad, immortal squad. I think that is the better setup in that line right there. I was thinking maybe more units spawn in, so if I put that on the right hand side, that warrior squad there, it would draw in more. It doesn't. So why not focus the firepower on the left hand side, where when you get the 3 squads, which are all shooting squads, all nice close together, so they start shooting much faster, much sooner, and we can gun them down quicker. Now obviously that, I don't think that affects the timer at all, but it just means less damage, less babysitting. Oh, sorry, it's 2 shooting squads and 1 melee squad. Something to watch for. The one on the left-hand side there, that squad, will sometimes end up creeping a little bit forward and a little bit forward. And what will happen is a couple in the squad will start shooting at the buildings. You don't want to destroy those buildings yet. This is what I was talking about on the far right-hand side of the map. This here. You get a few kills. It adds to it. It helps. This isn't set up as a intentional farming point. It's set up as a defensive point, because I want to hold that for the population increase. I don't think the warriors there help. So yeah, I think they would do better on the left hand side there. But yeah, I think that is pretty close to covering all of it. I don't know. Where are we? Okay, we have not that much longer here. So I would say that is a way to improve. As you can see, it's like 2 squads on the left hand side, 1 on the right. Maybe it's 3 squads, I don't know. I can't tell with a monolith going off there. The point is, I think that warrior squad on the right would be better on the left. You get the 2 plus the immortal. The immortals are just there to add extra guns. If somehow I miss a vehicle or something like that, it comes along, the immortals will take care of it, make things a lot more efficient. It doesn't hamper anything to use an immortal squad, so definitely those 3. And getting up, since you're going to be here a while farming, continuing to upgrade and strengthen the army, that's just not going to do anything negative. Go get that monolith up there. I mean, it's not going to harm things. It's not going to slow things down. So why not have the extra firepower here to assist? To me, that makes a lot more sense. I don't think there is too much more to add about this. This one here I would consider to be the critical one, the important one to worry about, because you end up fighting so many. This is where the majority of the number is going to come from. Secondary, it will be down at the bottom of the hill while we're taking care of chaos. Now, why down at the bottom of the hill? Thank you, words. Instead of, say, where we have some turrets as well as other things and stuff. Pathing. Why not make it easier? You can also deal with orcs as well, because sometimes the orcs in chaos will come at the same time and fight each other, and you miss out. You're not going to get those kills. So down here is where they converge. If you go at that point, you got it, you know? And so this is part timing, part whatever. Now, I chose to do this. I strengthen here because every once in a while you get something down here. So I fortify this up. Don't count on this. Don't worry about this. But make sure you don't leave it vulnerable. Oh, yeah, that's right. Since we clicked on that, do not click the ability that turns your Lord invisible. That's going to cause pathing issues. You want the enemy to come at you so you can shoot them. You don't want them to get confused and try and run by and all kind of shenanigans. No. You got the firepower, you're going to gun them down, forget it. So, yeah, there's a few spots to be careful about. The idea of using the convergence point at the bottom of that hill when you're moving up towards the Eldar stronghold area. And when you feel you have farmed enough, which currently I use the timer instead of any other indication. And hopefully I can change that. You go in and you finish off the Eldar. You've already crippled them. So it is a very fast clean up, wipe out, finish it off. Also, if you kind of screw up, you still have the Tau and the Orcs. Both on those stronghold maps, you can get about 800 apiece. So if you screw up badly, you can sort of farm there, wipe out the entire map, kind of focus, that sort of approach, and get it that way. You have the backup. Instead of doing a reload, which if you screw this up royally in the time, and let's say you spend 45 minutes or an hour, and it's your last stronghold, last map piece to take out, and you screw it, that means a reload, and you've wasted all that time. By doing this third last, you have two backups to basically cover your ass. So I think that is a good approach. Now I'm going to wrap up here. If you want, you can watch the end of the few minutes. Nothing more to say about this. I do hope you enjoy this. I hope it sparks a few ideas that you can greatly improve upon this, because that would just be awesome. Imagine getting 100% down to like 3 hours for Necrons. Ooh, that would be glorious. Anyways, I do hope you enjoyed the video. If you're new to the channel, you can do the whole subscribe thing, bell notification, all of that stuff. There's also a few links in the description down below should you wish to check those out. But until when next we meet, please do be safe, everyone. Bye.